You'll get your chance to act. Sell the movie, make some money.
Including my agents. They said, are you crazy? This is ridiculous money, $360,000 by standards back then. No, I said, look, guys, I really mastered.
He started with nothing, just a struggling actor with a dream. Now, he's a Hollywood legend worth over $400 million. But how did Sylvester Stallone build his fortune? How much did he make for Rocky, Rambo, The Expendables? You won't believe the paychecks he earned and the ones he lost. From a $200 paycheck in his first film to $20 million blockbusters, we're breaking down every salary Stallone made from every movie in his career. Some of these numbers will shock you, so stick around to the end because his highest paycheck ever might not be what you expect. Before he was a superstar, Stallone was a struggling actor, taking any role he could get. He was so broke, he once had to sell his dog for $50 just to survive. His early roles barely paid anything, but they paved the way for his big break. Here's what he earned in his earliest films between 1970 and 1975. The Party at Kitty and Stud's, $200. No Place to Hide, $300. Bananas, $350. The Lords of Flatbush, $800. Capone, $2,000. Death Race, $2,000. $5,000. Everything led to this moment. Years of rejection, scraping by with odd jobs, and even selling his dog just to afford food. Hollywood had ignored him, laughed at him, and pushed him aside. But Stallone wasn't about to give up. He had one script, one shot, and he was willing to risk everything to make sure the world saw him as Rocky Balboa. And then, in 1976, he made a decision that would change his life forever. Stallone wrote Rocky in just 3 days. Hollywood loved the script, but they didn't want him in the lead role. They offered him $350,000 for the script alone, but he refused, insisting that he play Rocky. In the end, they agreed, but only paid him $35,000 for acting. Little did they know, Rocky would become a $225 million box office hit, launching Stallone into superstardom. Stallone's gamble paid off, and Rocky became a cultural phenomenon. What started as a $35,000 paycheck turned into a multi-million-dollar franchise. With every sequel, he wasn't just an actor, he was a Hollywood powerhouse, negotiating bigger deals and securing back-end profits. Stallone's underdog story mirrored Rocky's own journey, and just like his character, he fought his way to the top. As the Rocky franchise grew between 1976 and 1990, so did his paychecks. Rocky II, $75,000 plus back-end profits. Rocky III, $3 million. Rocky IV, $12 million. Rocky V, $15 million. After Rocky, Stallone needed another hit. Enter John Rambo. The Rambo series became an action movie sensation, redefining the action genre with its gritty realism, intense combat scenes, and a complex protagonist. Unlike Rocky, where he played the ultimate underdog, Rambo showcased him as a hardened warrior, struggling with the scars of war. The first film, First Blood, was a surprise hit, grossing over $125 million worldwide. But it was the sequels that turned Rambo into a global icon. Merchandise, video games, and action figures flooded the market, making Stallone one of the most bankable stars of the 1980s. With every sequel, his salary increased dramatically, cementing his reputation as an elite Hollywood action star. Here's what he made for each Rambo film between 1982 and 2019. First Blood, $3.5 million. Rambo, First Blood, Part 2, $12 million. Rambo 3, $16 million. Rambo, $15 million. Rambo, Last Blood, $10 million. From Rocky and Rambo alone, Stallone was now earning $15 till $20 million per movie. He had transformed from a struggling actor who once slept in a bus station to a Hollywood powerhouse, commanding the kind of paychecks only the biggest stars could dream of. With each new role, he wasn't just an action hero, he was a brand, a legend, and a box office guarantee. By the 90s, Stallone was one of the highest paid actors in Hollywood, starring in major blockbusters like Demolition Man, Judge Dredd, and Cliffhanger. His dominance in the action genre was undeniable. He was one of the few actors who could guarantee a global box office hit. These films not only cemented his legacy, but also solidified his status as one of the highest paid stars of his generation. Studios knew that having Stallone in a lead role meant big business, and they were willing to pay top dollar to secure him. Here's what he made for these films between 1993 and 2023. Cliffhanger, $15 million. Demolition Man, $15 million. Judge Dredd, $20 million. The Expendables, $15 million. The Expendables 2, $20 million. The Expendables 3, $15 million. Expendables, $4 to $10 million. By the mid-90s, Stallone had reached the peak of Hollywood stardom, commanding $20 million per movie, a figure reserved only for the biggest stars. But how did he get there? It wasn't just about acting. Stallone played the Hollywood game smarter than most. He didn't just accept a paycheck, he negotiated back-end profit deals, merchandising rights, and even creative control over his films. For movies like Judge Dredd and Demolition Man, he wasn't just the star. He had a say in how they were marketed, ensuring they maximized revenue. This strategy meant that, in some cases, Stallone was making money long after the movie left theaters. The result? Even his less successful films still turned into massive paydays. He wasn't just acting, he was building a financial empire on and off the screen. Stallone had proven he could command $20 million per movie, but he wasn't done yet. Just when you thought Stallone's career was slowing down, he made a stunning return in Creed, proving that he wasn't just an action star, he was a true actor. His performance as the aging Rocky Balboa, mentoring a new generation of fighters, brought him some of the best reviews of his career. The film was a massive success, grossing over $173 million worldwide, and Stallone earned a $15 million paycheck, along with a Golden Globe win and an Oscar nomination, something he hadn't received since the original Rocky. His other late career paychecks include Creed 2, $15 million Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 2, $5 million Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3, $5 million, The Suicide Squad, $3 million Samaritan, $10 million. Even in his 70s, Stallone is still commanding huge paychecks. Despite being in an industry that often sidelines aging stars, he continues to land lucrative roles in blockbuster franchises and streaming hits. His ability to reinvent himself and stay relevant has kept the paychecks rolling in, proving that his star power remains as strong as ever. So, after more than 50 years in Hollywood, Stallone has built an empire that stretches beyond acting. He went from being rejected by studios to negotiating some of the biggest paychecks in the industry, proving that resilience and vision can turn an underdog into a global superstar. From box office smashes to directing, producing, and even securing lucrative merchandising deals, Stallone's journey is the ultimate Hollywood success story. Here's the breakdown of his total career earnings. Total earnings from movies, $800+ million. Current net worth, $400 million. But the biggest shock of all? Despite amassing a fortune and cementing his place as a Hollywood legend, Stallone still lost out on billions. He made one decision early in his career that still haunts him, signing away the rights to Rocky. While he was fighting for his place in Hollywood, he unknowingly gave up control of a franchise that would later be worth billions. Even today, as Rocky continues to thrive through sequels and spin-offs like Creed, Stallone doesn't own a single percentage of it. He may have made millions, but when he looks at the fortune that slipped through his fingers, it's clear this remains his greatest regret. Now, we want to hear from you. What do you think was Stallone's most shocking paycheck? The $35,000 for Rocky, the $20 million for Judge Dredd, or something else? Drop a comment below. And if you love uncovering Hollywood salaries, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a video. Next up, we'll dive into the earnings of another Hollywood legend. Stay tuned.